Pete Buttigieg gave the soapbox a whole new meaning. Getty. Gay presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg gave a strange insight into his personal hygiene habits during the most recent stop of his campaign. Buttigieg was speaking at the Iowa State Fair on Tuesday, August 13, when he was asked what advice he'd give to teenagers starting college. Rather than offering financial pointers, the average U.S. student graduates with some $30,000 of debt, or guidance for trans teens. Buttigieg decided to share his thoughts on, you guessed it, soap. Dish soap and hand soap are pretty much the same thing, he said. In your dorm room, this is very useful. Took me a while to figure that out. Iowa State Fair woman, Mayor Pete, I have 3 teenagers. 2 freshmen in college. Do you have any advice for them? At Pete Buttigieg. Well, one thing you ought to know is that dish soap and hand soap are pretty much the same thing. T at Zach Montalaro for flagging this pic. Twitter.com/kloshgzeu. Howard Mortman, at Howard Mortman, August 14, 2019. After an awkward silence, Buttigieg offered a slightly more substantial nugget of wisdom. Please vote, he said, urging teenagers to encourage their friends to do the same. They will be more likely to respond to you, urging them to get involved, than they will be to respond to anybody on television telling him to do it. He added that young people have more at stake in whether we figure out student debt, get ahead of the climate change issue and deal with the national debt before it swamps us in your career prime. If you care about this stuff, which I know you do, you've got to call on others to be part of it with you, he concluded. Pollsters say Buttigieg could beat Trump with more than a year to go until the 2020 U.S. election. Pollsters have predicted that Buttigieg could have what it takes to beat Donald Trump. In a poll published on August 7, surveys have found that if the election were brought forward to today, Buttigieg would be neck and neck with the incumbent. Out of 5,459 registered voters, 44% said they would vote for Trump, with 42% backing Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg and his husband Chasen. Getty. Though Trump won more of the hypothetical vote, so too did Hillary Clinton in 2016, who was backed by 48% of Americans to Trump's 46%. Hence, surveys said that the result would be too close to call. In order to face off against Trump, Buttigieg must first secure the Democratic presidential nomination. Currently the South Bend, Indiana mayor is polling in 5th place behind Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris, according to the latest Real Clear Politics poll average. Let's block ads. Why?